So far, I've been here. I've probably been here the longest, played the longest. So I've been through it all, the different coaching changes, just the different demeanors in the locker room. I've seen it all go up and down. I feel like we're moving in a good direction. I'm just happy to see where we go in the future.
Real quick, what year did you get to ULM?
I got there the fall of 2013. Fall of 2013.
So the run game is pretty good. Like it's maybe the best in the conference. And the OL
Yes, sir.
obviously has a pretty big contribution to that. You do replace a few starters from last year. What has been done to kind of maintain the run game that was there last year?
Basically, I feel like it's more of a mentality. O lineman, playing O lineman, run blocking, pass blocking. It's more mental than anything. Like being able to strain when adversities against you. I feel like through the coaching changes, that I feel like we've taken something from each coach. Taking something from each coach. Playing O lineman, it's like a craft. You got to work on it every day. And you can always get something from a coach to add to your toolbox. 'Cause at the end of the day, we're here to be the best we can be. So I feel like our mentality in the O-line room is really good, and I feel like it's the best that it's been since I've been here. Everybody's locked in. We now have, I mean, we just have that fight in us now. Like I feel like we're gonna continue to get better and better. We got good running backs, good depth. Um, the sky's the limit.
Do you think the run game will stay kind of a running back by committee that it was last year? Or you think there's a more entrenched starter?
Um, that right there, I feel like I really can't speak on that. We have so many athletes. Either one that plays, I feel like behind our front five, they'll do good. Derek Gore, I feel like we haven't seen him like play actually, but just his worth ethic, we can tell that he's a ball player. We still have Thomas Kofi. He's a senior. He's a big time runner. We still have Ben. We have a walk-on named Austin who just got a scholarship. He's a big time back too. So I mean, we have the depth. So I feel like all the backs will be successful, whichever ones gets in the game.
And then lastly, through all the coaching changes, Coach Beator's recruiting has been pretty notably good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Is there a player in particular that came in with the last class that you think we should keep an eye on?
Came in with the last class. I would say TJ Faloa. TJ is going to be a big piece of our O line this year. Let me see any other guys from last year. I can't really think of it right now, but I know TJ, he's going to be a big time help this year.
It's great talking to you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna clip this on you real quick. I'm
Okay.
Molly, by the way.
Frank.
Nice to meet you.
All right.
I told Caleb you can use that little thing to wipe your
Oh, I
sweat.
can?
He was
Okay.
like, "Is that what it's for?" And I was like, "It's decorative, but I'd be using it for that. It serves a purpose."
Okay.
I'm ready whenever
Good to see you again, Frank.
Yeah, I see.
Just how's the off season been going? We didn't talk about that last night, but yeah, how have you guys been looking? Off a disappointing year, I'm sure by your standards.
Mhm.
How have you just gone about it this summer?
Basically this summer, like I've said, I told the other guy here, our main focus was just changing the mentality. I feel like in the past we've just now I wouldn't say we didn't have the fight in us, but I just feel like everybody minds wasn't like just on one page. Like we had minds different other places, and I feel like this year we came together as a team, spent more time around each other, just building that bond. Everybody's working hard. We now like outside of our main mandatory workouts, even some of the guys we get together and just do workouts on our own now, just for just a little extra. I just feel like everybody's on board and they feel like this is a big year for us. So everybody's pushing for that one goal.
Have you seen your role in off-season workouts, even beside the mandatory ones? Have you had to increase your responsibilities and getting those together and things like that?
Yeah, like I said, just the leadership aspect. That was a big aspect for me. I haven't really had any leadership, like I wouldn't say, like I just hadn't, like in my previous years, just wasn't the leader. I guess I would say I wasn't. I'm more of a leader into show, like how would I put this? I lead by example, basically. I wasn't too vocal in the previous years, but this year, not being so many of us seniors, I had to take that big step, that extra step to be more vocal, really get the guys going, get the guys pumped. So, yeah, it's been a big experience for me. Um, I like the way it's heading. I feel like the guys look up to us. I feel like the guys want to play hard and send us out on a good note. So, I mean, all in all, I feel like that's just great for our program.
Yeah, just offensively, looks like you have Matt Smith coming back at quarterback. But just,
Hmm
how about the skill players, just the offensive unit overall? Who are some players that you expect some big things from, and just even on your line as well?
Yes, sir.
Guys that you think can do well.
Yes, sir. We always hold the O line up for big expectations. We expect nothing less. But outside of the O line, we do have a lot of talent, a lot of explosive players. The guys I'm looking forward to see this year, Marcus Green, he's a dynamic player. Xavier, he's a dynamic player. But most importantly, I'm ready to see what Brian Williams is going to do this year. He's 6'6" wide receiver. He's a senior as well. We came in together. He's put in a lot of work over the off season. I feel like he's going to be a big time player for us. I just feel like our offense is very explosive. Whichever one whichever Coach V decides the quarterback is right. I feel like whichever one is in, Caleb or Garrett, I feel like we'll be successful. I feel like it's good having two good quarterbacks, especially when they're dual threat. They can move around and throw the ball. So I feel like we're going to be good.
Just year two with Coach Viator. I mean, how much further along are you guys this time than you were this time last year? And just comfort level, how much does that help?
hmm I feel like we're on the path to doing great things. Last year, if you just look at last year, Coach V coming in, he's done a great job getting us all together, getting us all pumped up. What he said when he first came in is that he didn't come here to prepare for the future, like he came to win right now. And I feel like him and the other coaching staff has done a great job with that. If you just look at last year, Sunbelt had us. Some people didn't even have us winning the game, and we end up fighting through adversity. We end up getting 4 games. No, that's not just great, but that's something that we can build up on. And I feel like we can only get better.
JUCO transfer and Texas State transfer as well, Aquarius Savage and Trace Ellison.
Mhm.
What have you seen from those guys?
Great guys. Hard workers too. I feel like Trace, he's gonna end up being a starter at left tackle. He's had a great off season, great summer workouts. Savage as well. I feel like he can come in, especially with the run game, and do big things for us. I'm excited to see how this camp goes. There's going to be a lot of position battles going on. It's just going to be fun to see how those guys compete.
And speaking of position battles, how does Derek Gore transferring in at running back, how does that kind of affect the dynamic of that position?
I feel like Derek Gore coming in, it really helps us. We have a lot of running backs, but the ones that actually play, we have had like injuries that set us back, and I feel like adding Derek Gore just adds to the depth. He's a great player as well, and Derek Gore coming from Alabama, he's also brought that mentality with him. So I feel like he's pushing the other backs in the room. I feel like he's actually pushing the whole team because um, he's came and got like some of the old linemen. Hey, let's go get some extra work in. Let's go to the sand pits. I feel like just having a guy like that on our team does a lot for us.
And then just with all these transfers as a whole, do you think that kind of immediate help is maybe going to provide a spark where the normal freshman
Mhm.
kind of takes more time to groom those guys?
Yes, sir. I feel like the incoming transfers they will help out a lot because like I said, they're used to playing. We had a lot. I didn't realize how young our team was last year until I just actually just look at the roster. Um, but I feel like those guys from last year, the experience they got from last year, it'll just continue to build toward this season. Mm, Basically, that's pretty much it.
Frank, I'm Brooks. I'm with the Arkansas Democrat Gazette, cover Arkansas State.
Okay.
And I was just looking through some stuff from last year. You guys had about, it looks like you moved the ball pretty well.
Yes, sir.
400 yards close to it. I mean, it just seems like you couldn't score at that one. What was
Yes, sir.
that game?
I feel like it ties back into all our games actually this past year. Like we were in every game we played this past year. It's just we just have to learn to limit the mistakes towards the end of the games and just finish ball games. I feel like that's going to be a big impact for us. Coach V, we always in practice have situational drills, situations to get accustomed to that experience in the ball game. Um, yeah, so we just continue to work, continue to learn how to finish games, continue to fight when we're tired in the fourth quarter. I feel like we'll win a lot of the games that we kind of slipped out on last year.
Is ULM's kind of goal, or the way you look at games, you need a win against like Arkansas State or something like some of those top teams to get
Yes, sir.
into the conversation?
Yes, I feel like our mentality should be that way with every game though, not just like games like Arkansas State. I mean, I feel like it doesn't matter who we play, we should always go in with the same mindset to we need to win this game. Like we need to come together, do what we have to do. But yeah, beating those top name teams, it is in the conversation a little bit because we know what we're trying to prove, and we also know that in order for us to prove what we're trying to prove, we have to beat those type teams. So, I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that. Yes, sir.
Well, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Hi, Frank. I'm Father with Reddit College Football.
Yes, sir.
You grew up with your father was a judge.
Yes, sir.
What's it like growing up with that person, with that kind of a father figure?
Yeah, it's a great experience. A lot of life lessons, a lot of father to son talks, keeping me on the right path, making sure I don't, just wander off. And also not only being a judge, being an ex-football player, he just brings a lot of passion and has helped me grow my game alongside the coaches as well. Like I said, ULM is perfecting your craft, so I'm always have an open ear to new knowledge, things that can help me. But yeah, my dad's pretty cool. My dad's pretty cool. He's talkative. I'm sure he wanted to be here today, but yeah, shout out to my dad back home.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Enjoying yourself?
How's it like? They were talking to your coach over there about like a culture change over there. Have you experienced anything about that?
Oh yes. I feel like the culture has changed. Not it's basically it's like the expectations. They've been set very high, so we have no choice but to reach those. And anybody that's like slacking or not on the right track as us, we like us seniors, we try to get those guys to come on and get on board as well. I feel like the culture has changed basically of the mentality, the way the players think now. I feel like in the past, just guys, guys just didn't take it as serious. I feel like in the past and now I feel like with the new coaching staff that guys are really locking in now. They taking it serious. They're maturing. That's very important. They're maturing now, and I feel like things are going good.
Okay. Where you from, man?
I'm from Jackson, Mississippi.
Jackson. Oh, okay, so that's not too far away.
Yeah, right down 20.
Yeah, it's like you're right there at home.
Yes, sir.
So you're an exercise science major?
Mhm.
Is that what you plan on doing like after school and everything?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Exercise science was a major I chose after biology. I was a biology major, but just things didn't add up with practice time. So I just say, hey, let me just take something that's still in the science department, but it's not as taxing. But after college, I plan to go back and finish, take some of the classes, the courses for the prerequisite of kinesiology, pre-physical therapy. I only missed out. The difference between the courses, the coursework is I left out a physics class and probably 2 more chemistries, and so I just plan to go back and take those and try to get in PT school.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Good talking to you.
How you doing?
Associated Press. Couple quick questions. This is, I know you touched on it, but I was just sitting down so I didn't get it all. What kind of, how would you kind of looking back describe the transition with Viator coming in this first year? And did you find the 4-win season disappointing or encouraging? Did you find, I know you had some close losses.
Yes, sir.
And where does the expectation kind of fit this season coming off of last season?
Yes, sir. I feel like Coach V coming in, it was more of a rebuilding process, and I feel like he's done a great job so far. Like I've said in the past interviews, when Coach V came in, the first thing he said is that these are the guys that I'm going to win with, and I'm not recruiting for the future. I'm not coming here to just focus on the future. I'm here to win now, and I feel like that's something that really touched home with a lot of the players here, a lot of the guys who were seniors last year, and now the guys sitting here. Me, I'm a senior now. I feel like that really hit home and made us really understand he really cares about winning and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. So I feel like that uplifted a lot of guys' confidence and made them want to fight and want to actually play for Coach V. I feel like he's came in and changed the culture, changed the mindset of all the players. Of now, like the younger guys we had, like they've had the experience and they now know that, hey, we can play with these guys. We can play with anybody in the country. We just have to get it in our mind and say that we can do it. Like we have to get in our, believe it ourselves first. And the season last year, I feel like some may think it was disappointing, but for guys like me who've been here for a while, I see it as a confidence booster. I see it as, we're finally getting ULM heading in the right direction. The polls last year had us ranked very last at the bottom. Like some people didn't even think we would win one game, and I feel like us winning 4 games, and the games that we lost were very close. I feel like it was just little small things that if we would have just fixed, that we could have won those games. So that really boosted a lot of momentum for ULM, and I feel like in the future it can only go up from there.
So you have a lot of now experienced guys that were able to reflect on and address those little things that you just talked about.
Yes, sir.
And makes you feel like the team could really turn the corner and surprise some people this year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I feel like we have all the tools now. We have the depth. We have the coaching staff. I feel like if we remain healthy and we come every day with that mindset, as we're not the last, like the last seed mindset, like that we can play with anybody. I feel like we can compete with anybody in this league.
Do you? We were just talking to Coach a little bit about their. Y'all were picked to finish last year, and then you end up with a 5th place finish.
Yes, sir.
This year, I think you're picked to finish 9th. Do players kind of look at that, or is that more so something for us to talk about?
I wouldn't say that we don't look at that. I feel like we don't let it get to us as much, but they're still, in the back of our heads, like, hey guys, you see where they ranking us. You see what they think of us. Let's go out there and let's go and show them. Like, I feel like we've always had a big chip on our shoulder. So I mean, we've always had something to prove ever since I've been here. So I just feel like that just adds to it, makes everybody want to work that much harder, because we know that we're better than 9th seed, and we just want to show that this year.
As an offensive lineman, man. What do you see the strengths of this offense being this year?
I feel like strength-wise, like you say, we have a strong running game. We've always had a good passing game. I feel like just being able to do both, it really helps us because in the past, like past years, we've always had a good pass game, but sometimes the run game hasn't been there. But I feel like now that we're more complete, we're more balanced, I feel like we can continue to move the ball more. We'll have just more success, be able to finish games because a lot of our games last year came down to finishing, basically, not being able to get that 3rd and 2, that first down. We had to coming off a turnover. We was getting turnovers in the last seconds. I just feel like we're more complete as an offense this year.
What do you think about this quarterback competition, going on, and how soon? When do you expect, I guess, them to name a starter?
I feel like Coach V will name a starter like towards the end of camp. I feel like it's going to be a great battle. I'm ready to see those guys compete back there. I feel like whichever quarterback he chooses will be successful. They're both great athletes. Actually, I mean, it's just on Coach V, basically. I feel like it's great to have two good quarterbacks that could play, that could start possibly. I guess we'll just see from after camp.
Frank, last one for you. We're from Baton Rouge, South Louisiana. Can you talk a little bit about maybe some specific guys, from South Louisiana and how important that is in terms of your team to have a good balance of guys from North Louisiana, South Louisiana, and just the maybe what some of those guys bring to the table from down south?
Yes, sir. I feel like it's always good to get guys that's like from around the area. We have a lot of Louisiana guys that are coming from different areas, and I feel like that's important to the college program because the more that you bring in the guys around the area, I feel like that area like trusts you more. It just I feel like ULM is a community-based school, and I feel like the more guys we get from around that area, just the more we can all come together as a program because it's just not about the football team or just not about the academics. Like it's a whole. I feel like it's just a whole thing, and getting those guys in does great things for this program. So,
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
no problem. What's going on? Doing pretty good.
Start with the video.
Okay.
Can you tell me what's been your favorite thing about the whole media day experience so far?
Everything actually. This is my first time being here. I've always wanted to be here as a freshman when I came in. Just being able to interact with the different other schools and just seeing how much work and time is being put in to get this thing together. It's been a great experience. Having good fun.
Right. That's the thing about it too. I was talking to Caleb. You're not a big senior class this year. It's only 10 of you guys. You're one of like 5. That's
Yeah.
Here, since straight out of high school. So
Yes, sir.
what's it like being kind of one of the older guys? Because I think you've got talent on this roster. That It's kind of fallen to you along with the coaches to try to mold it in the right direction.
Yes, sir. I feel like us being so small, I feel like it's a good thing, and I mean, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. Just us seniors together, I feel like we've done a great job this year, just bringing the guys in, bringing them in together, and just building them up, keeping them by our side, just helping them, giving them knowledge if they need it. I feel like the seniors that we have now, a lot of them have a lot of experience, like playtime experience. So I think that adds to it as well because the younger guys, they look up to the older guys as, hey, like if he can go in there and play against Bama or play against all these other schools and perform well, why can't I? I just feel like we had the seniors this year had to put a bigger chip on our shoulder because I feel like Coach V, like this would be like the last little group that he hasn't really recruited. I would say like this would be the last group that he didn't get to recruit. So I just feel like that's a even bigger chip on our shoulder. We have to make sure we leave it better than how we left it.
I got you. Other thing too, looking as far as offense goes, last year y'all really, kind of evolved into more of a running team, a throwing team in the past, and a lot of that was how much y'all improved up front.
Yes, sir.
But at the same time, as y'all continue to build this thing on offense, Garrett has got to stay healthy. How much of that is kind of on him, and as a line, if you guys kind of challenge yourself a little bit, that we got to keep dudes off of him.
Yeah. I feel like Garrett. Seeing that happen to Garrett last year had like we could put the blame on us. I feel like, but that just comes with it. That just comes with learning and improving it as the year goes on. Our sack, based from our previous year, our sack totals went down this past year, and I just feel like we could take what we learned from last year and just build on top of it this year. And I feel like we can just continue to improve. Keeping Garrett, I feel like if we keep Garrett safe, keep the guys off him. I feel like Garrett can really do some great things.